Dyson's powerful vacuum now washes hard floors, continuously using clean water from start to finish. One machine for your whole home, exclusively with HEPA filtration, only at Dyson.
What's good, y'all niggas? Tap in. What is good? What is good? Tap in. Just sitting here rolling a blunt. What is good? Y'all wanna know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at this little first week feast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First Week Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by The Undertaker, Mark Calloway. He's a seven-time world heavyweight champion and one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. His five-part docuseries, The Last Ride, is currently airing on WWE Network, and on November 22nd, he'll be giving his final farewell at Survivor Series. The same event where he made his debut more than 30 years ago. Taker, welcome to the show.
Sean, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I know that you're a Texas boy. How do you like your food? Do you like it spicy?
Yeah, I like spicy food, but I like it to have flavor. I'm just gonna be straight up. Like, where I come from in my family, we have crawfish boils and all that, which, you got sausage, you got all these shrimp, all these different things, and it's spicy as hell, but it tastes good. If it's got flavor and it tastes good, that's one thing. But just drinking liquid kerosene, I'm not. We'll see how this goes. You're probably gonna start me out with the scorcher.
No. We're not playing that game with you. We'll work our way there, though.
All right. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. Is that sufficient?
That looks good to me.
All right, man. You ready?
I'm ready.
Cheers.
Sure.
That's actually pretty good. I'm actually hungry, so it's really gonna suck at the end of this thing, I'm sure.
So, as someone who didn't break character for 3 decades, it's been really interesting to watch you pull back the curtain for the first time in your WWE docuseries and now in this recent run of interviews. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but has the experience of knocking down that fourth wall over the last year, has it been cathartic or mostly just disorienting?
That's a really great question. I've been in the wrestling business for over 30 years. 30 years with WWE on the 22nd. But I'm a notoriously old school guy. And, talking about the business so openly, it's still, to this day, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm fighting that urge, to clam up and not talk about it, force myself, like, get
your appearances in particular on Regis and Kelly in the 90s. And I'm curious, did you get a kick out of being on those daytime TV shows and just sort of growling and grunting through interviews?
Absolutely miserable. Like back then in the early '90s, I got no juice then, right? I'm just another one of the guys. And when the boss says, "Hey, we want you to go on Regis and Kathy Lee," you go on Regis and Kathy Lee. I remember the first time that we did the show, man, here she comes, she starts piping off, and I'm just like, I hated it. I did. I knew it was good for business, but for my character and for me personally, I was absolutely miserable. That's different from your traditional kind of sauces. That's good.
So, like stand-up comedians, the wrestling origin story is something that we obsess about on this show. What do you remember about performing under the name Commando in a league called Central Illinois Wrestling?
Wow. Man, what? You've done some homework, brother. I'll give you this. You're the first person that's ever asked me that question. Kudos to you, because I've answered a lot of the same questions. Over the last year, I've answered the same question a lot, so good for you. So starving to death, I was making absolutely no money. I look back on those experiences and those times really fondly and never forgot them because it was a struggle. You know, because a lot of times guys get up to the show, they make a little, they get a little scratch and, they change, the movie change. My dad gave me some great advice a long time ago. He goes, the toes you step on the way to the top are connected to the ashes you're going to have to kiss on the way back down. So, I try to treat people the same as I treated them then. The way I try to treat them now the way I treated them then, and still remember what it's like to get those missing meal cramps,
Oh, hey, how's business?
Hey, that loan has really worked wonders.
That's what U.S. Bank is for.
And you're growing in California.
Yep, SoCal, NorCal, Monterey, all day. Get on big time. U.S. Bank. Soon with more branches and ATMs near you.
Is that a toilet? Yeah. You mean to tell me we've been living here all this time and you never told me we had a bathroom? Not a good one? We piss in cans, Joe.
That's how it'll kick a little faster. I didn't even get all the way into the bike, and I could already feel the heat.
That's how it'll go. That's how it'll go going forward.
Okay, I'm ready. I think.
So you're a true historian of professional wrestling, and in hearing you speak candidly about those you've shared a locker room with, it's clear that you have a profound appreciation for the business. Who was the best technical wrestler you ever saw work?
Technical. Wow. Tell you what, Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson is up there. He was so solid in every facet. Cut unbelievable promos. Just technical ability. I'm gonna go with Arn Anderson.
Who would you say was the most impressive physical athlete that you ever saw?
Brock Lesnar. You don't think a human being can move that fast at that size. He was a freak athlete. He really was.
As someone who enjoys a good laugh, who was the most savage backstage prankster?
Well, there's a level, to pranksters. You got to put Kurt Hennig up there as all-time classic river. Then you got the kind of ribs that, will start fights, which, like Mr. Fuji, guys would try and rip him back, and it just escalate until people would I really made a bad mistake because there's a animal's head in my gear bag now. I won't get into details, but there's some stories that regular people were to hear them, and they would just they'd be appalled at some of the pranks. But Owen Hart, my goodness, oh man, God rest his soul, but what a river Owen Hart was.
I know that this puts you on the spot, and I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to think it over too much, but if a wrestling novice wanted a foundation of the best that there is in sports entertainment, can you give me 4 defining
25. Modern day was the recent match between Edge and Randy Orton. Those are four that kind of encapsulates what we do at its highest level. It kind of sneaks up on you on the back end, lets you know why the goat's so angry. It kind of tricks you. Like, oh man, that's good. And then, yeah, the goat kind of jumps up, kicks you in the ass.
So Jim Ross dubbed you the conscience of the WWE, and it's clear from listening to interviews with your peers in the business that you're revered not only as a wrestler but also as a leader in the locker room. I don't know if this is true or not, so I guess I'll take it right to the source. But were you ever like a judge in a locker room kangaroo court where if like two wrestlers had beef with each other, they would like come to like a more formal ceremonial thing? And then if maybe they lost the lawsuit against them, or they lost the case against them, they'd have to like buy beer for the winner or something like that.
Well, I take exception with the word kangaroo.
I don't want this. I don't want the smoke. I don't want any smoke. I don't want any smoke.
You know, this is the first